Concert for our season. Amen, written by composer Frank Ticelli, an American composer born in January of 1958. Amen is an upbeat and somewhat jazzy, light-hearted work display of all the creativity and versatility we've grown to expect from this popular composer. A number of his works are particularly notable as they have become standards in the concert band repertoire. Please enjoy Amen. arranged by Robert Longfield. The theme was written for 1972 film The Godfather. A few interesting facts about the Godfather trilogy. First, the word mafia is never mentioned once in the entire trilogy. Secondly, the scene in The Godfather where Peter Clemenza makes spaghetti sauce was added just in case the movie was a flop, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. He had said that in case the movie flopped, at least he wanted people to know how to make spaghetti. The final bit of trivia I have for you is a bit of a spoiler. The presence of the orange color, or the actual oranges, in a scene signifies an upcoming death or assassination attempt. So be sure to look for oranges the next time you're watching this classic movie. I hope you enjoy this arrangement of Speak Softly, Love, from the theme from The Godfather. Piece we will hear tonight, Sandpaper Ballet, was written only 5 days before being recorded on June 25th, 1954, and originally composed for orchestra. It is 3 minutes and 10 seconds long. Of the piece, Anderson said, "Many years ago, while the soft shoe dance was still popular in vaudeville, sometimes dancers would sprinkle sand on the stage to create a crackling sound while performing. The drummers imitated this sound by attaching sandpaper on wooden blocks, which they rubbed rhythmically together to eat with each other. The sandpaper-covered blocks are in this case imitated by 3 of our drummers? Yes. They use sandpaper in 3 different strengths, coarse, medium, and fine, to create different effects. Please enjoy this interesting piece, Sandpaper Ballet." Up next we have Suite from Carmen, written by Georges Bizet. Carmen is a French opera comique that premiered in Paris in 1875, but its opening run was denounced by the majority of critics. It was almost shut down after its fourth or fifth performance, and although it was avoided ultimately having 48 performances in its first run, it did little to bolster sagging receipts at the opera box. Near the end of this run, the theater was giving tickets away in order to stimulate attendances. Composer Bizet died of a heart attack at the age of 36, never knowing how popular Carmen would become. In October of 1875, it was produced in Vienna to critical and popular success, which began its path to wide world fame. I hope you enjoy Suite from Carmen. Pennsylvania 65000 is the phone number of the Pennsylvania Hotel in New York City. Before area codes, the first two numbers were called the exchange code and were represented by a word whose first two letters were used as the numbers. Thus, Pennsylvania represented the PE exchange code. The number today, completed with the area code, is 212-736-5000. Bill Feingan and Jerry Gray wrote the music for the song, with Carl Sigmund adding the lyrics. The Glenn Miller recording became a smash hit, reaching the top 5 on the pop chart. 65 years later, Pennsylvania 65000 is still a worldwide standard, covered by artists from Brian Seltzer to Hepton, and used in movies from the Glenn Miller Story to Oliver Stone's football flick, Any Given Sunday. If you call Pennsylvania 65000 today, you still get the main switchboard of that legendary hotel across the street from Pennsylvania Station. Please enjoy Pennsylvania 65000. Dancers is a 1949 concert band work by Robert Russell Bennett. Chappelle Music published the condensed score and parts in 1952. This score gives the overall duration of its 5 movements: a cakewalk, a schottische, a western one-step, wallflower waltz, and rag. The numerous commercial and archival recordings of the piece since the 1950s provides a measure of its popularity. Tonight you will hear 3 of these famous dances: the western one-step, wallflower waltz, and the cakewalk. Enjoy Suite of Old American Dance. I'd like to have our guest conductor come up here and tell us a little bit about himself. You didn't know I was going to do that, did you?
I don't know what to say. Well, my name is Michael Knight. I'm the director of bands at Iowa Wesleyan University up in Mount Pleasant. It's about 4 hours north of here. But John Mooney and I are good friends. We've known each other really since we were in high school. We went to college together at Mizzou. And when he knew he was going to be gone this week for this last concert, he asked if I would be interested in coming down to conduct. And of course I said yes. Many, many years ago, he had me in to conduct a piece. It was probably 15 years ago. And I just remembered how great this band was and how great the audience was. So it was a pleasure for me to come down this week and work with this great band. And I've really, really enjoyed it. So thank you for your hospitality. And thank you, band, for putting up with me this week. I appreciate it.
And we thank you. At this point in our concert, I'd like to also thank Channel 990 and 991 for coming out and filming this evening's performance. And let's give them a round of applause. Our next number is Pirates of the Caribbean. It is a series of fantasy swashbuckling films produced by Jerry Bruckheimer and loosely based on Walt Disney's theme park rides. Pieces you are about to hear is a medley of fantastic tunes from Pirates of the Caribbean and The Curse of the Black Pearl, such as The Medallion Calls, The Black Pearl, To the Pirate's Cave, One Last Shot, and He's a Pirate, arranged by John Wasson. I hope you enjoy. Up next, we have Henry Fillmore, Lasses trombone. Born in Cincinnati, Ohio, James Henry Fillmore Jr. He was the eldest of 5 children. In his youth, he mastered piano, guitar, flute, violin, and of course the slide trombone, which he at first played in secret because his conservative religious father believed it was a sinful instrument. Fillmore was also a singer for his church choir, and he began composing at the age of 18. This piece, Lasses Trombone, became a popular brass feature during the swing era and beyond. This piece will make a good background theme for the story of Fillmore's love affair with the trombone. Fillmore gained fame as the father of the trombone smear, writing a series of 15 novelty tunes featuring the trombone smears. A number of these have a strong ragtime influence. Be sure to listen closely for Fillmore's favorite instrument in this piece, Lasses Trombone. Song for the television series Victory at Sea, which was a documentary series about a naval warfare during World War II that was originally broadcasted by NBC in 1952 and 53. It was condensed into a film in 1954. The music soundtrack by Richard Rodgers and Robert Russell Bennett was recorded and sold as a record album. Rodgers, who had just finished a run of several successful Broadway musicals, contributed 12 themes, short piano compositions, a minute or two in length. The Victory at Sea series, which won an Emmy Award in 1954 as Best Public Affairs Program, played an important part in establishing historic documentaries for television. I hope you enjoy this well-known television intro, Victory at Sea. March was written by gifted composer Leroy Anderson in 1939. Anderson is the composer of many well-known pieces which we've already done this season, The Typewriter, Blue Tangle, and The Syncopated Clock. Ticonderoga is the only work that Leroy Anderson composed exclusively for band, which is certainly odd given his beginning as a bandmaster at Harvard. Please enjoy Ticonderoga March. That we close our concert this evening and our municipal band season with a tribute to our town. It is always a pleasure being here with all of you each Thursday summer evening. We appreciate you braving the heat, the humidity, the mosquitoes, and the occasional rain that may come. But thank you for coming out and supporting us. I hope you've enjoyed listening to the concert as much as we have enjoyed putting this on for you. This last song, written for St. Genevieve, Dear Old St. Genevieve, is a salute to all of you patrons of the Municipal Band, and thank you for your support. Dear old Saint Genevieve, we love you, Saint Genevieve. We're proud of your history and hospitality. Your future may it be of peace and prosperity. May God guide your destiny, dear old Saint Genevieve. Once again, thank you so much for coming out each Thursday evening to hear us. And the German band will be playing for Jour de Fête weekend from noon to 2 on both days, Saturday and Sunday. And then also for our Christmas festival, our wind ensemble will be playing on that Sunday, and we're here at the Catholic Church. Please come join us then. Thank you so much for a season. Thank you again.